magical. Like his story, I need a statue because he was counted out and he's a real true underdog story.
Gilbert Arenas right here with Stephen A. Sirius XM Mad Dog Sports Radio. If you say that about Brunson, what the hell are we to say about De'Aaron Fox? And what happened?
Sometimes, that outside noise gets you second guessing when you're inside that gym and, when he hurt his ankle coming back and you need to be put on the bench. It's hard to shake things sometimes, especially when it comes to the mental part of the game, right? The outside noise can pump you up.
They are so bad.
And the outside noise really gets you, can tear you down.
They are really bad.
He's thinking about the last fourth quarter performance. Now you out there trying not to make mistakes, right? We've seen it with Chet. Chet was like, you know what? I'd rather just not shoot. Didn't make any mistakes. And sometimes, this was one of those moments where he was no different.
You're not gonna get you. Like, hey,
understand what I'm saying? He's a veteran, but in this situation, they were all, besides Harrison Barnes, they were all on the same level. The rookies trying to figure it out in real time.
One thing you didn't bring up that I'm surprised you didn't bring up, we talk about outside noise. Mm-hmm. What about inside noise? Like footsteps, meaning you hearing Dylan Harper's footsteps. This number 2 pick in the NBA draft, who ascended as the season progresses, who's 19, 20 years old, in the postseason for the first time as a rookie, flat out balling, and clearly balling better than De'Aaron Fox, and had his own injury to deal with, where he was out for a couple of games. What about the fact that could have potentially had a detrimental effect on De'Aaron Fox's performance?
That does, but you got to really understand the game plan in the playoffs, right? Where Dylan Harper might be guarded one-on-one versus when De'Aaron's coming off the pick, make sure you clog the lane because he's too fast to keep up with, right? So we're going to clog the lane more on De'Aaron Fox, and we'll say, all right, we're going to play one-on-one with Harper, and he took advantage of that. Now, I'm glad the coach didn't make that sub because Dylan Harper was going to play great no matter what come up the bench because it was his time. If you put De'Aaron on the bench, you might have actually lost him for the series.
Correct.
And so keeping, that's why what I judge the coach off is little things like that. So the fact that he was like, all right, come up there, it's still your spot. Keep going. And you can see he was playing well, and then usually in the fourth quarter, kind of like, but that is not a De'Aaron Fox problem. That is a Spurs coaching problem. What plays were you running in the fourth quarter? There's a reason that you tapered off and lost every fourth quarter. You didn't have go-to plays. You didn't have a go-to man. You thought the fourth quarter was the same as 1, 2, 3. Knicks, 1, 2, 3 was a little bit of everybody. Fourth quarter, one person dictating everything. You guys were playing, whoever gets the ball, we're going to shoot the ball. And there was no Wemby time. There was no two-man game. There was no nothing. And that's where the inexperience kicked in at.
You love the fact that the San Antonio Spurs added the size that they did last night in the NBA draft with this guy, Jaden Queensons. And, of course, Terrence Reed Jr. out of UConn, big body, don't mind banging, NBA ready physically. You like that for Wemby and the Spurs?
Because why do you need more? well, how many more big guys do you need? We still can't stop the one. And we know he's coming back with a vengeance, might pick up 10 pounds, so he's going to be unstoppable. Now you have people that can protect him. That's what he needs. That's what he needs. That's what he needs. That's what he needs. You need somebody on the Western Conference.
That's true.
Okay, what are these nigga kids?
Yeah.
Well, you're late. First of all, y'all don't have much of a chance, but let's talk about that for a second.
I know.
Let's talk about that for a second.
We don't have no chance because they reloaded up. OKC reloaded up. They got some size up there. So I love when upgrades are happening. It keeps owners in real time understanding the game and trying to improve it.
So, right, basically, you sit here on the national airways, Gilbert Arenas. And what you're saying is that the Los Angeles Lakers are agreeing to sign Austin Reeves for 4 years, $185 million, keeping him away from Detroit and other teams that were pursuing him. That it really amounts to nothing because y'all ain't going no damn place. That's basically what you're saying. Say it officially. Say it officially, Gilbert.
I don't want to say it official.
Yeah, is that right?
I got to put me through that. You know what I mean?
No, I ain't going to put you through that.
We signed for 185.
That's right.
We need to do something. Signing back your own players is great, but we need better pieces to surround the big three. As of right now, we got the big two, right? I'm very happy with how Austin plays the game. He's a difference maker, but we do need steady bench play. We need better bench play. We need a taller bench play, right? But we unless we get something drastic of a change, right? This ain't our year, right? We're just gonna be happy if we do make the playoffs. Still the roster we have now, so hopefully they got some magic working behind the scenes.
Do you believe it's imperative that LeBron James be kept in the Los Angeles Lakers uniform after this agreement with Reeves and the Lakers? Now that you got Reeves and Luka Doncic locked in,
These niggas are not going.
They cost it. Do you believe
Like,
it's
this shit is
imperative
insane.
that LeBron James?
Even now, I'm up to now. These niggas gonna get out of Vegas. Shit.
It's who else is going to give you the impact, the structure, and we can say the durability of LeBron James. Like, we can say we trust him being available more than 90% of this league. So if I gotta pay $50 million to keep him for one more year until I figure out what I'm gonna do with that money, then I'm gonna do that because one, I know ticket sales are gonna be good. We're gonna win some games enough to get us in the playoffs.
Fuck, bro.
I'm okay with that. Right? There's not a big free agency year where we can make too much noise, especially if we're signing Austin Reeves this early. Right? I thought they would let him test the market and see what his real value is. And then just match it.
Well, according to Sharon Tarani, that's exactly what they did. He did test the market, and he had a couple of max offers on the table that they were ready to give to him, which is why the Lakers had to step up and reach this agreement the way that they did, Gilbert. But nevertheless, it is what it is. I got to get
So you're telling me they talking before July 1st?
Yes, that's that
violation.
That's exactly what it took.
Violation. You know what? So look, now we
agent,
violate whoever offered them, and then we can get them a little bit cheaper then.
Agents, you know how it was. Too late. The agreement is perfect. Can't get away with that. Can't get away with that. Giannis Antetokounmpo, Gilbert Arenas, he is the Miami Heat. What do you think about that for the Miami Heat? What do you think about Boston missing out on getting him for the services of Jaylen Brown? Your thought.
Listen, I believe in Pat when Pat gets a generational type of talent. He's won with every single one of the ones he got. Now that you got Giannis over here, Giannis and Bam is going to be more dangerous than people think. Right? People don't understand how good Bam really is.
They don't really know.
The 83, even without the 83, he defers a lot for the betterment of the team, right?
Yeah.
Like when you're talking about, if you go talk to some of those USA players and they had to play him in one, he was a problem. So we know he has the one-on-one skill, he has the making ability, he can pass. So putting them together is a great combo. I thought that when I was jumping off the gym, when they signed Nick, when they drafted Nick, and you got a 6'11" who's still throwing possibly 7'1" in 2 years, would have been a 3, 4, 5 combo, all bigs that can play defense. Now, that was and I think they will be favorites. Not this season coming up, but the following.
Well, listen, first of all, they got Giannis. They got Bam Adebayo. The only thing negative you can say about Bam Adebayo is that he ain't his lady, Angel Wilson, because she's a 3-time champion. He was a Olympic gold medalist, and Bam is no joke. He's 20 and 10, That brother's special. I ain't saying that to insult him. I'm saying Asia Wilson is arguably the GOAT. He's not GOAT status, but he's big time. And him with Giannis, that's a problem. And Bobby Portis is not a scrub. It's a problem. Miami's going to be a problem because you know Brad Riley's going to fill out that roster. Having said that, what are your thoughts about the fact that Boston wasn't able to get it done? You've seen over the stories about Jason.
That nigga said before I called Young Game.
Moving him. And he described last season as his favorite, even though they got bounced out in the first round after giving up a 3-1 lead. You heard all of that. What's your thoughts?
It's a sad day in Boston, and this is why Nico should be applauded. Because if you put the noise out there and you don't get the move, you got to deal with.
I usually score by now. I can't call it. I can't call it. I don't know.
To trade them at all.
I'm scared.
So
I'm nervous. I ain't gonna lie.
They're gonna have to try to move them because I would hope that you can say, you know what, this is his business. Let me just go out there and play and try to win this championship. We can hope that a player can say that, but when a player feels that you went behind his back to try to trade him, because at this point, Jalen is the loyal one here. I wouldn't be here. I mean, I'm a boss. You tried to, trade him. So now, moving forward, right? That's that. Now, if it wasn't Rocky before, this is the nail that broke the camel's back. So you have to you're gonna have to trade him for the appeasement of the locker room because you can't forgive. Players don't forgive that easy.
Gilbert Arenas, what's the best storyline for the NBA next season in your estimation? You reserve the right to change your mind because it is June still. But asking you now, based on what you after this draft and what you have to look at, what's your favorite story?
Where am I? It's on these niggas right here. Motherfucking.
It's so.
I don't know if this mic is working, but I'm gambling on soccer, and I'm waiting on Korea to score.
Across the board, right?
That's why we're going through a draft right now. I'm trying to fucking pay attention to this shit.
Right?
Fuck.
So to beat that, that's not going to happen. I mean, Wemby gets revenge, play the Knicks again in the championship, and he wins. That's the only storyline that would make sense. That both teams make it back to the finals, and Wemby wins it.
What about this storyline? Oklahoma City doesn't let San Antonio get back. Oklahoma City says we were the ones that were supposed to be there to begin with. And oh, by the way, the Knicks wouldn't have beat us, so here we come. J-Dub healthy, A.J. Mitchell is healthy. We didn't trade Chet Holmgren and try to get Giannis. Instead, we drafted Mara out of Michigan, and we got enough big bodies, and we're going to be healthy. And here we come. What about that storyline?
Yeah, see, that's not really going to be a good storyline because they're going to be preseason number one, I'm sure. So they'll be in preseason number one and winning the championship to get back to the finals. That's already going to be probably inside. We expect them to possibly be back. Like we're going to say right now, who's going to be back in the championship? Pick your two teams. Everyone's going to pick OKC and Spurs. I really don't. I mean, Giannis getting back? Oh, no. Boston Celtics not trading Jaylen Brown. And Jaylen Brown goes on a tear like he did this year. And then winning the championship and winning the finals MVP, even though I need Tatum to win his, him winning the finals MVP will be a great story because I think the more success Jaylen Brown has, the happier he'll be. There's sometimes that people don't understand. When you feel you're being robbed by certain things, all NBAs, all stars, these awards, USA, you start being scarred. You start hardening up as a person, right? You start, being political. and not wanting to be in this political. I don't want to play the game. I just want, and I want to play the game. I just
Oh,
and you start becoming that person. And last year, right, this is free. He gets to play. Everything gets positive, and that's why when
for real, please,
posting,
bro.
this is a more livelier.
Just one goal. Just one goal.
Right? Talking with the kids, he's having fun, he's smiling. Like he seems more relaxed now because he's gotten rewarded for his hard work. So I would love for him to stay there and then get the justice that's due to him. I like people getting their flowers.
I think he can duplicate what he did. I don't think he can attempt.
Shit, you can do this. I try, but I'm not getting in there, put in there a shun guard.
Every single year of his 10-year career. He thinks he's done enough, and he doesn't believe he'll ever get his shine being there with Jason Tatum. That's why I don't think it's possible.
Well, that's why. Just because you said that, that's the reason why Carl Anthony should get more love. Because you're talking about a first ballot Hall of Famer, all-star, all-NBA, a double-double machine, went to New York and accepted his role. I'm accepting. This is his team. I'm going to follow his lead. Whatever you need me to do to win the championship, I'm going to do it. And it's hard to go from a star to 1B or 2. And
well, he was 1B.
No, I'm pissed. I'm pissed with it. I'm pissed. I don't give a fuck, but
he was 1B, but to really turn into 1B and not have a conflict is very difficult.
Gotcha. Before I let you get on out of here, Gilbert, talk to me about Gil's Arenas. What's going on, my man? Season 5, my brother. Talk to me. Let the audience know what's going on.
Listen, I had to make a business decision, and I was looking at the landscape. We were doing 4 days a week, and we were about to turn to 5, and then another show got added, which was Gridiron Football Show with Skip, Akeem, and them, and we got bumped to 2 days. When you're trying to make progress, that's like winning a championship, and then all the starters get put to the bench, and you only playing 21 minutes. Right? It didn't make sense to me. And it's like, if you want to build and build, we can't play under.
Man, this shit over, bro. I'm keeping it being. Ain't niggas ain't winning this shit. Otherwise, they had started, it would have been scored by now. Lost my fucking man. That was so close, too. That shit just can't start right there. Shit, yeah. Did they score? I don't know. Man, these folks, but these folks not even scoring. How is the price going up so fucking much? Let's make sure I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Niggas not doing nothing. Let's take my head up, bro. Fuck around and lose that, bro. Fucking fucking eating shit, bro. I just keep eating shit, bro. And that was it, too. That was it, bro. I just had it. Mm. Oh, God. Like, what the fuck make y'all nigga think these sorry ass niggas finna score 2 goals for this bitch, man? They ain't did shit all game. Like, genuinely, man, what make you believe that? Nigga said, fuck it, little team, let's go. They're not fucking scoring. Shit, bitch, I can't code. Damn, fool. Fuck me, I'm like, Niggas so ass I can't even trust their money. Like, that's how ass they are. I'm so.
Something else that's fine with me. We had our run. We had our run. So even though she had the stroke and getting older, she would never be like, oh man, she was always beautiful in my eyes until you say, I want to go do something else. Now you're not as beautiful to me again. The fact that if you decide to go this way, I'm gonna go that way. That's fine. It is what it is, man. And then, like I said, anytime you can find somebody you can stay in love with for a long time, or for one day, whatever. If you can witness that love, that's good. I had that one, and I found somebody else, but it is what it is. Don't need to worry. Sorry. You know,
touch my booty with it. Oops. Did not try to do that.
You know, another show on the same channel. So, you know, I had to make a business decision and, you know, move paper, keep them, and we got bumped to 2 days. When you're trying to make progress, that's like, you know, winning a championship, and then, you know, all the starters get put to the bench, and you only playing 21 minutes, right? It didn't make sense to me. And it's like, if we want to build and build, we can't play under, you know, another show on the same channel. So, you know, I had to make a business decision and, you know, moving into.
And what was that business? And to enlighten everybody, what is that business decision that you made, that you had to make?
Moving in a different direction and starting, let me see. In about 6 days, I will 100% own Gil's Arena's name.
Same cast of characters or different crew?
Well, the other characters are still under contract until September. So we're starting up in August. So unless they just flat out quit, I can't talk to them and I can't recruit them. I can't poach. So, you know, I got to look for a different cast of guys.
Okay. Well, we're here for it, my man. Anything you
appreciate it.
Reach out. All right, my brother. You take it easy.
All right.
One and only.
Oh no, I knew it was gonna get on this shit. This shit is a
A
travesty.
game that is sure to push a staggering number of people towards the medium. Sony is clearly hoping that GTA 6 will.
Nah, this shit is
I'm letting it be known right now. I'm good with this move. Yeah.
this shit is
It's
atrocious.
ass. Just what I feel like. I have a lot to say.
Thank you,
Very
TBA.
nuanced though. I seen somebody say I'm about to go on a legendary rant. I'm really not. I have thoughts, but I will say, fuck it. Let me look at this. Okay, let's get into it. Shout out to everybody subbing. So for those who've been living under a rock, today it was officially revealed that Grand Theft Auto 6 will retail for $80 at the base version, with the Ultimate Edition costing $100. And there will be no disc version. There will be physicals, but it just comes with a digital code, basically what Nintendo's doing, which before I even go into my whole spiel, friendly reminder, Nintendo caused all of this. Whether you want to talk about the $80 edition of games being the norm or the digital code inside the box. And that new Mario Kart sucks. So before I get into what I have to say, I just want to make it very clear. This is not 100% Rockstar and Take-Two Interactive's fault. Let's not take our neck off Nintendo's Android device. The Switch too. That being said, like I said, there will be no disc in the box. They claim it's because they don't want the game to leak early. I think it's more about control. I think that's bullshit, and I think people are going to buy that. Because here's the thing, right? Regardless if this game does leak early or not, people are going to buy it regardless. Because, I mean, I'm seeing it on the internet right now. People are like, I don't care, you don't got $100, you broke. People are ready to buy this. Also, that $100 edition will include content locked behind a paywall. Apparently, there will be certain stores and like auto shops that are locked behind that paywall. They're saying they're like variants or something like that. So basically, the full game does cost $100.
Oh shit! But we got the best goddamn training program in the league on my mama.
Mainly because
But everybody on the team, then they got a 92 million rank. Well,
appreciate it. I get the argument some people have. Even I think I even
they can't tell me we ain't got a bad program like
a
this,
lot of value out of the game, but it's the principle.
We run
And
a
also,
program.
personally, me, not you. Before you get your panties in a bunch, I know because of my experience with Grand Theft Auto, I will not be playing this game 8 years from now, like Siggy said. I'll be playing the game for a year at most. I'll probably beat the story, maybe play a little bit of the online, and then go about my day. So, like, for the people, to be fair, to the people who feel like $100 is not a big deal because you're going to be playing the game for the next 10 years, I have two things. A, I halfway understand that, but on the flip side, I gotta give some pushback. Friendly reminder, guys, we have not seen any gameplay. So you're going under the assumption that you're going to play it for the next 10 years. What if, I'm just putting this in the air. I'm not, because I don't want my words getting twisted. I'm not saying this is going to happen. But what if this game is ass? Just what if it was? You're assuming you're going to play it for 10 years. I want you to think about how rare Grand Theft Auto 5 is. Because friendly reminder, 4 didn't do that, 3 didn't do that, and most of y'all never even played Grand Theft Auto 1 or 2. So they're locking the content behind the $100 edition. I'm letting it be known right now, I'm getting the $80 edition. I'm not buying the $100. And you know what's crazy? I think I would be cool with this move if the game was $70 and then the Ultimate Edition with the extra content was $80. I think I'd be okay with that. But the $100, here's the problem. For the people who feel, even let's say you do get 10 years.
Games are still just worth $60.
Let's say you do get 10 years of. God damn it! Who dropped the super chat? I'm on the roll right now, nigga. Shout out to Debo with the super chat. Appreciate it. Let's say you do get 10 years a gameplay out of this. Let me give you some more food for thought. Even if that's genuinely how you feel, because reality is that's how you feel. We haven't seen any gameplay. You don't know. You haven't touched the game. Even if that's how you feel, I got to give some pushback and ask, at what point do we look at the bigger picture? Because if this was Ubisoft, if it was EA, if it was any other company, I do feel like we would be going. I do feel like this is the ultimate test. I know some people thought I was going to sit on this stream and go on a crazy rant, but I've been doing this. I mean, my pedigree speaks for itself. I've been doing this since the early NBA 2K days when VC was first introduced in 2K13. And I said, hey, this is a test. It's up to you whether or not you want to pass that test. Because I do predict if the majority of the sales for Grand Theft Auto 6 are that $100 edition, we will see more $100 games. Because the reality is the full complete game is $100. I've seen a lot of corporate dick riding on the timeline. Oh, they're just hiding some clothing stores and some custom cars behind it. I'd argue that's what makes it bad. Oh wait. That's what makes it bad. Because here's some food for thought. That content is already done. That content is already on disc. They're just pulling it back and charging you more for it. So I'll say this. For the sake of my mental health and everybody else's in their wallets, wait, what disc exactly? I really do hope this is a best case scenario where people get 100 years of content out of this. I hope that you guys do get 10 years of gameplay out of this, because then it'll be like, okay, I don't like it, but I can halfway justify it. It's just, I gotta say, we're really rolling the dice on this one. We have not seen the gameplay. We don't know if this is going to be a 10-year game. What if, here's another thing, right? What if this game launches, and it's a decent game, but it launches in a broken state? What if this game launches and it's unoptimized dog shit? Frame rates dropping, glitches and bugs, people falling through the goddamn map. What if? There's no way to tell. That's why it's such a big risk. Frames dropping in the story mode. So that's all I gotta say. I know some people thought I was gonna sit on this stream and be like, I've been preaching about this shit, bruh. I do feel like we're at a crossroads. And let me add this too. I do find it very fascinating that just yesterday, everybody and their mama was on the internet saying, I ain't paying $1,000 for a console. Gaming is becoming too expensive, it's inaccessible. That was the argument, right? But 24 hours, less than 24 hours, 12 hours later, that argument went out the door when Grand Theft Auto showed its ass. So then my question becomes to the audience, are we upset that gaming is not accessible, or are we not? Which one is it? Are we picking it? This is why I said, if Ubisoft did this, If EA would have did this, I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, walking contradictions. So for the sake of everybody's mental health, because this is gonna fuck up the game. Companies are gonna try to do this for every game, $100. I hope that this game delivers. I hope that this game is the greatest game of all time. I'm putting it into the air because one thing. Let's give them one thing for sure. I don't want this game to fail. Some people think that I like just hate this shit. Nah, when I talk about Grand Theft Auto, I'm talking about economics and how they can fuck everything up, bro. $20 for the finished launch content. The DLC is about to be $80 a pop. Watch. I don't think there will be DLC after what happened with Grand Theft Auto 5. Why continue to produce story-driven DLC when you can just drop shark cards, you know? People are going to eat that shit up. Chat want this game to fail? Yeah, but this chat is an echo chamber. I do feel like if you watch this stream, you're a little bit more conscious of how things work in terms of the industry and economics. So, like, I get why some of you people feel the way that you do, but I mean, if we look at the timeline, I will say this. I was more shocked by the response to this. I feel like, at least from what I saw on my timeline, I feel like the response to this pricing is straight down the middle. I thought most people were going to be like, man, I can't wait to pay this $100. I'm genuinely surprised it's a 50-50. And it's a very strong 50-50. I see a lot of people who just straight up fucking hate it, and they're arguing, and I see people who are just like, you're broke, I love it. This is going to be a very divisive game, bro. We're just smarter, it is what it is. What'd you like right here? Yeah, same. So I will say, for the simple fact that I'm seeing 50-50 response down the timeline, it does give me hope that maybe people will wake up and realize your only goal as a consumer is to get the best deal possible. I don't understand why some of you are okay with one company fucking you over, but not the other one. I think Steam, Valve is one of the best gaming companies in the industry. But I said on the stream right here, and I said, nope, I don't play favorites. I'm not buying that fucking Steam machine. It's too rich for my blood. Not for what it's giving. If it was a high-end machine, maybe, that would make more sense. But no, fuck them. I'm not doing that shit. I don't understand why it's so hard to criticize things that you like. I'd argue it proves you love something more if you're willing to criticize it.
This is the second game in Tech 2 Interactive.
It's like the people that say like, oh, if you don't like America, just leave. No, I'd argue I'm more of a patriot because I'm willing to criticize my government. That's the point of the fucking First Amendment. If you don't like it, just leave. Shut your bitch ass up, bro. I'm complaining because I want things to get better and I want better for you. I just need you to want better for yourself. What the fuck did you like? This isn't some run-of-the-mill gaming company or franchise. You know what the fucking gameplay is. This game is essentially $100 to access everything in the story. My friend group told me it's GTA 6. Why would you want a refund? If the game don't work, game bug glitches, yeah. Day one, and then there ain't no PC version, so if there is bugs and glitches day one, you won't be able to refund it like on Steam. On console, you'll be stuck with that shit, bro. Or how about the situation where day one it runs decent, but it only runs decent on the PS5 Pro? That I feel like that's more likely. Because I'm going to give Rockstar the benefit of the doubt. They are a good developer. But if there is a version that's more likely to be fucked up, it's the base PS5 and the Xbox Series S. What if the best version is on the PS5 Pro and most people got a PS5? Are you cool with that? You're going to be stuck with that $100 that you spent. I can't wait for GTA 6 to release. I only wish Infinity Blizzard would be better. I just personally think in a year where there's like 40 games dropping in September, there's like 1,000 games dropping between August and November, just quality games. In my humble opinion, this game is not that important. So if it doesn't stick its landing, don't be afraid to exercise your right to not purchase something. Wolverine, Phantom Blade Zero, Marvel Token, Avatar, freaking Star Wars Racing, Control. I'm forgetting shit. I'm Plague's Tale off the top. I'm just saying stuff off the top of my head. There's so many good. Like if this was another year where there wasn't as many games, I would halfway understand it. But there's so many great games, bro. At least half your chat will have Barbie when GTA 6 is dropping. This motherfucking scene just yapping, bro. Silent Hill, Onimusha, Fable's like right next year. Shout out to Strider EX with the $10 super chat. This whole GTA 6 situation got me getting Cyberpunk launch flashbacks. Rockstar's still refusing to show actual captured gameplay running. Hey, you know what? I didn't even think of that. Shout out to Strider with the super chat. Let's talk about that. That is a valid point. Any other game that's this close to launch that has not shown gameplay, it would be, I wouldn't say a red flag, but it would be a yellow flag. If this game is so great, it's worth $100, you could at least show it. Shout out to Stay Frosty with the sub. This was a Ubisoft game. They'd be like, man, this shit trash. That's why they ain't showing shit, bro. Probably tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow. Okay. Can we make it an orange flag? That's one of the giant red flags in the gaming industry when they hold reviews the day before the damn game come out. I'm not saying they'll do this, but the fact we haven't seen any gameplay is kind of strange. They're not going to show it yet till they get their paycheck tomorrow. That's why. Oh, they need them pre-orders. So on a scale of 1 to 10 in terms of excited you are for this game, how excited are you? Is this still a day one? Be honest, I don't really care. Are you going to buy the $100 edition? Let me know. Press 1 in the chat if you're buying the $100 edition. Three, -10, 0. I want Fable. Fuck this game. God damn. I see overwhelmingly most people are not that excited, but I'm not. Although I do appreciate everybody answering, I do feel like this chat is more biased. Like I said, if you watch a stream after this, you're probably more informed than the average person. So you're probably going to have some level of self-control. One thing I will say that I don't like about this conversation, and no shade to the creator that responded. I don't know who this person is. Like the Lupa dude who responded to me. He's like, be for real, you still going to buy that shit? No, I'm not. One of the things that I hate about this conversation is people are afraid to fucking stand for anything. Like, yo, you won't even stand up against a fucking video game? Are we being for real? No, it's not that hard for me not to buy a $100 edition. I've refunded games on this stream plenty of fucking times on stream. There have been plenty of games that people asked me to play that people were super interested or were popular at that time. Shit, Fortnite was one of them. I could have probably grew a lot if I played Fortnite during its peak. I just didn't really play it. Niggas with no financial literacy buying and everything, calling the ones with self-control, bro. So no, I don't see a reason. I don't see enough value in that $100 edition for me to buy it. I'll buy the $80 edition. We'll talk about it on the podcast. If I like it enough, maybe I'll continue to play the online. But like, I'm not the biggest Grand Theft Auto fan. It's just another game to me. Yeah, and I got a big backlog, so I'm not really tripping all of it. Imagine playing Elden Ring and not being able to enter certain dungeons with loot because you didn't buy the Ultimate Edition. Pretty much. Shout out to John the Space Cowboy with the super chat. TV's not interested. We'll get some point, but the hype died for the game a year and a half ago. They putting us against Ubisoft. What this say? Y'all see these two companies ripping you off and say, but this one is ripping me off less. But that's why gaming's in the state it is because y'all have no backbone. Literally what I said. Far Cry. They tried to do this $100 edition. Hey, at least, and here's the funny part. I can't believe I'm saying this about Ubisoft. At least with their $100 edition, it came with the DLC. Like DLC that wasn't finished, just adding to the story. With GTA 6, they're charging you $100 for some shit that's already done. It's cosmetics. They're taking it out of the game and charging you for it. We used to get mad about this. You remember when it was, what was it, Street Fighter Cross Tekken? When they found the characters on the disc and then all you had to do was unlock it by paying? We used to get mad about this shit. What happened? At least with this shit, I can't believe I'm saying it, at least you get the DLC. I think what would justify this price is if they said, hey, we got story expansions coming down the line, but they're not complete because they're going to add 10, 20, 30 hours of gameplay to it. Then I'd be like, all right, that makes sense. It's coming with the season pass. It's adding value. With cosmetics, some extra rims on the car, a t-shirt. Guys, I promise you that t-shirt is not worth it, man. And again, there's no online at launch. That's the thing these niggas are still currently playing. Yeah, this is for the story. They're going to milk you for that online, too. Spend $100 on GTA, but Fable looking like that one. Fable is. Shout out to Space Cowboy. Do you remember the Battlefield Premium Edition used to come with all the DLCs? Look how far we've fallen. Ding, 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 ding. $80 worth of Ubisoft stock might put you on the board and 50% on. You're not wrong, Siggy. They fucking suck, bro. They fucking suck. So yeah, we got the $80 and the $100 edition. But let's see what they say in this press release. Oh wait, I gotta do my shit. GTA news. All I'm gonna say before I read the rest of this shit is, if you feel like, because I'm not here to say, if you feel like that $100 edition is not providing you enough value, then just don't buy it. It's really that simple. I'm not gonna sit there praying you, because I feel like I've been saying this. This has nothing to do with Grand Theft Auto for the people who are just coming into the stream. I've been preaching the same shit for the last 15, almost 20 years now. At this point, I do feel like I'm speaking to a fucking wall, but I'm gonna say my piece and go about it. It is what this is one of those cases where I hope that I end up being wrong, but I feel like I know what's gonna happen. Yo, shout out to Monkey King with the super chat. Shout out to everybody showing love. What we about to hit right here? No, I don't want to do that one. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. Rockstar Games is publishing the label of Take-Two Interactive. Is excited to announce that pre-orders for Grand Theft Auto 6 will begin on June 25th, 2026 at midnight local time. Launching November 19, 2026 for the PS5 Computer Entertainment System and the Xbox Series S Games Entertainment System for $80, Grand Theft Auto 6 features a single-player experience set and the biggest, most immersive evolution of the series yet. GTA 6 Ultimate Edition amplifies this experience with an exclusive collection of premium vehicles, weapons, apparel, and action threaded across all aspects of Jason and Lucia's story, and will be available for a small fee of $100. All GTA 6 pre-orders and purchases before November 20th, 2026 will include the Vintage Vice City Pack, a collection of items that flash back to when the neon burned brightest, alongside a free month of GTA Plus for digital pre-orders. Guys, this is shit they took out the game. Oh, thank God, a free month of GTA Plus. I want you guys to know before I read any further, this is a trap. They want, because I guarantee you, I bet $5 in order to get access to this free month of GTA Plus, you're going to have to put your debit or credit card info in, and it's in hopes that you forget that you put your credit card in so they can charge you the next month. This is a fucking trap. It's a setup. This is a known play in the industry, every industry. But anyways, for digital pre-orders, which will be the best way to get the most out of the ever-evolving world of GTA Online, and instantly redeemable so that players can jump into GTA 6 and other classic GTA 5 and other classic Rockstar titles as part of the GTA Plus games library. So they're going to give it to you right away. They trying to get you hooked on them shark cards in GTA 5 before 6 comes out. Shout out to Fallout Nuke with the super chat. Appreciate it. Players who pre-order digital versions of GTA 6 will be able to begin preloading on November 12, 2026 to ensure they're able to play at launch on November 19, 2026. The physical version of Grand Theft Auto 6 containing a digital code inside the box will be available starting November 12, 2026 to support preloading. The irony of this fucking statement, the physical version of GTA 6 containing a digital code inside the box. Then it's not physical, nigga. That was a corporate software blow to tell you that there is no physical edition. GTA 6 will be available on the PlayStation Store, Microsoft Store, Rockstar Game Store, and global retailers and storefronts. Grand Theft Auto 6 is not yet rated. It'll be rated M. Further details can be found at rockstargames.com/shitschnigga. It could have been an email code. Could have been an email code. So that's all the details you got. What else do we have on this shit? So here's what actually comes with the $100 edition of it. Oh, here we go. Let's go again. All right, so with the $100, you're going to get access to the mod shop, ride out customs, transform vanilla vehicles into magnificent works of art with detailed interiors, exquisite rims, and dark styling. Only open for business with the Ultimate Edition. That's nasty. The fact that you even put that sentence in there, only open for business with the Ultimate Edition. Because friendly reminder, not only is this store locked behind the Ultimate Edition, you also have to use the money that you earned in the game to get it, but you have to pay for the access, whatever. You also get access to Sarah's Unisex Salon. Get signature salon styles for both Jason and Lucia, including facial hair for Jason and makeup and nails for Lucia. Once again, only open for business in the Ultimate Edition. You're also going to get access to Stock 305, style various unique and exclusive looks for Jason and Lucia at Stockyard's premier destination for elevated streetwear. Once again, only open for business in the $100 edition. Then there's the Electric Fang tattoo, Stockyard's most iconic ink bar with over 50 signature tattoos for both Jason and Lucia, all designed by the artist collective Fail. Only open for business, once again, in the $100 edition. Then there's One-Eyed Willie's. This mod shop is in Lake Bonita, specializes in off-road modifications and hand-painted automobile artistry. Only open for business in the $100 edition. Then there's the Classic Car Collection. Track down a variety of abandoned classic and in-work progress project cars and revitalize them to their former glory in their special commission from eccentric collector and local fixer Wyman. Wow. 50 tattoos. Wow. So wait, are they they're locking the customization strictly behind it? So it's only certain customizations. Just for clarification, I'm not trying to spread misinformation. They're just taking a portion of the game and they're locking it behind the $100 edition. But you will be able to change your hairstyle and your clothes in the freebie shops. I think where this becomes problematic is it's not just they're taking finished content. Because you know how I know that it's finished? If you can read, they're telling you. Right here, there's going to be over 50 signature tattoos. This content is done, guys. They're taking it off the fucking disc. So it's not that they're just locking finished content behind an extra paywall. It's also the fact that I think the most problematic thing will be, what's the quality of this content? Is this better than the base stuff? Because if all the cool shit is behind the $100 edition, then it's a fair argument that this game costs $100. Because if I pay $80 for the game and it's full of bullshit, it's going to piss me off. I'm not going to lie. Freaking, I'm going to be real with you. We don't care. Purchase locked in. We know you don't care, nigga. Your name is Nino Brown. You sell drugs to the fucking community. We know you don't care, nigga. You named yourself after Nino Brown. We know you don't have a moral compass. Shout out to Shamar with the super chat. Appreciate it. That was a very YouTube comment. We know with a name like that, you don't have a moral compass. This nigga said, a drug dealer is my favorite hero. What else did we got for you? Let me turn this shit off. Turn this other shit up. So we got other GTA 6 related news. Shout out to Detroit Hero with the sub. Appreciate it. GTA 6 is officially a single player experience with online feature unknown. There were some people spreading information right here, but this is just so we're clear, because I saw this floating around. Some people were saying they're going to charge for the online, like another $70 or something like that. That has not been confirmed. So for the sake of not spreading misinformation, just know if you heard that, that's not confirmed. Does that mean it won't happen? I don't know. But that's not true as far as I know, to be fair to Rockstar. Let me ask y'all a question for a second, though. If they charged another $80 for the online component, would that be the thing that says, you know what, fuck Rockstar? Would that be the thing, or are you still buying it? I'm curious. I want to see what the chat says. Is World War Rockstar? They can burn it all down. Yep, I'm out. That's criminal. I don't know, man. They kind of quiet about this online. They haven't said nothing about it. Absolutely not. All right, that's cool to see. Because the chat is like 50-50, but at bare minimum, I'm glad to hear y'all got a backbone about that at least. The fact you even asking that is nasty. But the fact that I even have to ask that, that's the fucking problem. Do y'all see? That's the problem. Like, I seen a tweet on the timeline that went viral that said, niggas who spend thousands of dollars on VC and 2K every year are complaining about a $100 version of GTA 6. And I almost tweeted it, but I was like, I'm going to leave it alone because I don't want these niggas in my mentions. But I almost tweeted and said, nigga, what if both of them are the problem? What if, wait for it, guys, what if two things can be true? The 2K nigga is the problem and the GTA. Mind-blowing, right? Mind-blowing shit. Two things can be true. It's all problematic and it all contributes to the issue. And just some food for thought. I understand people love this shit, right? But in this economy right now, we don't know where the world is going. do we really want to pay more for less? Because that's what we're doing. Wages are not going up. Your government is wilding. I just don't understand why people are excited to pay more for less. But just to be fair to Rockstar, this has not been confirmed. I just wanted to gauge how people felt if it does come true. But this has not been confirmed, so don't be spreading that around if you read that. Shout out to FBA Gamer with the $10 super chat. I almost don't want to copy because there's no physical edition. That's about control. They want to control it, which is going to hurt game preservation, and it's going to allow them to, with no physical version, it's going to allow them to control everything in a sense that, like, let's say you wanted to buy a used copy, you don't want to pay $80 for it or $100, and you want to go on eBay or GameStop or wherever or buy it from a friend for $40. You can no longer do that. That's why there's no physical version. And they can also pull it off your hard drive at any point, too. That's why that shit is problematic. Yeah, no sharing. It gives less control to the consumer, and you should never advocate for that. So what's your prediction on pre-order sales? Oh, this game is going to break records. I don't know what it's going to be, but it's going to break records. You can't borrow your friend's copy like we. Yeah, you can't even borrow a copy. That's crazy. That is a valid point. Shout out to It's Just Different with the super chat. Okay, Rockstar Games finally answered some burning questions about the November release of GTA 6's retail price, special edition bonuses, and preloading details on Wednesday ahead of the game's pre-orders going live on June 25th. Rockstar also made one thing explicitly clear in its latest rounds of updates. GTA 6 is a single-player experience. That detail is included in the game's description on PlayStation.com and Xbox. After detailing one of the pre-order bonuses for GTA 6, a free month of GTA Plus and Rockstar subscription. Is that what just read? Receive a month of GTA Plus with your pre-order. Must be redeemed within 180 days after placing your pre-order. That's nasty. Subscription redemption is not available to child accounts with restrictions on age-restricted content. You will receive a pop-up notification on your console when your GTA Plus subscription month is available to redeem. Open the store, select your profile icon in the top left corner, and select offers and credits to find and redeem this offer. Limited to one redemption per platform account. GTA 6 is a single-player experience. So yeah, it will not be launching with online. So let's take a guess. Yeah, no T Grizzly server at launch. Oh man. How long do y'all think before GTA Online will launch after GTA 6? Do you think it'll still launch in 2026, or will they wait till 2027 to launch it? 2-3 months. Oh, and here's another question. How long are you willing to wait for GTA Online before you no longer care? Like, how long is too long? Because I do feel like it could piss some people off where they just don't care after 2 months. I don't care now. You stop caring in GTA 5. 5 months is fair. I'd say 6 months max. Like, there's going to be people who are going to play regardless, just to be fair. There's going to be that hardcore fan base. But I do feel like there's a certain segment of gamers that are like, all right, bro, I waited 6 months. There's other games coming out, like Fable. Fable's coming out at the top of the year, bro. I do think Fable can eat into this game's launch a little bit. Not all of it, but it could. I think 2 or 3 months like GTA 6. So I do think they have to be wary. You don't want to give people blue balls because I think people are already annoyed we haven't seen any gameplay. They're asking for all this money. They've delayed this game 50, 100 million, 11 times. And then the online's not going to be there day one because let's keep it a buck. Motherfuckers been waiting for GTA Online like they were waiting for Streamer U auditions, man. They think a lot of people think Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to save. It's gonna change their life. People think that 2014, 2015, 2016 YouTube is coming back. That's one of the main reasons why this shit is really so popular. People think they about to make it out their mama basement, gang banging online and uploading to YouTube, and some people will. Most of you won't, but some people will. It's gonna be. I will say, if you are in that boat. I would not get your hopes up too much. Because to be fair, when GTA 5 Online came out, one of the reasons why everybody blew up is because it was new. The same reason that when Fortnite first came out, it was new. Now, I'd argue there are established players in the GTA community. These niggas role play every day. They don't get out of character to the point where I think they should go to acting school or something and actually become an actor. But that's beside the point. Now there are actual established role players. I could argue the online community is going to be gatekept in terms of popularity and being able to rise. There's going to be some new faces. There will be. There's always going to be some new faces. But it's going to be like the NBA draft. Only so many people can get through. You see what I'm saying? Versus like the floodgate opened when it first came out. And that's why I said I wouldn't bank on that too much. Because the reality is, once somebody gets popular and they have a strong fan base, why would that person that's a fan of that person watch you over them unless you really do something that's just outstanding and different? Just some food for thought. Just some food for thought. And then also you got to take into consideration Grand Theft Auto is such a global IP that it's going to attract people that don't even necessarily make gaming content that are also popular. They're going to hop into the lane too, and it's going to become even clouded, even more crowded. To the point where I'd actually argue it might be a good strategy if you want to make gaming content. So you should cover Grand Theft Auto because it's going to help everybody grow a little bit. But once you get tired of it, don't be afraid to pivot to another game because I'd argue there's going to be less competition on other games because everybody's going to be so busy trying to virtually gangbang on the T Grizzly server. Who's going to cover Fable? Who's going to cover Marvel Token? Who's going to cover X, Y, and Z? You see what I'm saying? You could be a small fish in a big pond, or you could be a big fish in a small pond. Just some food for thought. Food for thought. Washed up athletes and rappers. You're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong. That shit about to launch mad people's careers, I don't know if I agree with that. It'll make some people popular, but I don't know about careers because that's a different skill set in itself. You never put people on. Hey, you're right. I never put people on. I never gave no advice. What else I got for you? Sony wants you to know GTA 6 will be best on the PS5. Sony has released a blog post detailing the PS5 features that will work with GTA 6, and it claims the game will play best on the PS5. Thanks to this close partnership between Sony and Rockstar Games, Grand Theft Auto 6 will play best on PS5 by taking advantage of the PS5's immersive features to deliver a deeply engaging single-player experience when it launches on November 19th. The DualSense wireless controls will be reacting to your actions, apparently with haptic feedback, vibrations, and adaptive triggers, providing dynamic resistance. Ooh, you on the T Grizzly server, it's really going to feel like you popping motherfuckers. Ooh. The post also highlights the controller integrated speakers, which adds another dimension to key moments of interaction, so you get to hear people's nasty music over the fucking mic when the online launches, just like 2K. The PS5's SSD offers near instant load times as well, apparently. That's cool. We love that. But there's no actual declaration that GTA 6 runs better on the PS5 from a performance point of view. Instead, this seems to be a gambit to convince waves of gamers that the PS5 is the best choice for GTA 6's release. A game that is sure to push a staggering number of people towards the medium. Sony is clearly hoping that GTA 6 will be a hardware seller as well as a software seller. It is interesting that there's no mention of the PS5 Pro. The only reference made to it is in the PlayStation Store listing for GTA 6, which includes the label PS5 Pro Enhanced, but it doesn't stipulate how it's enhanced. Otherwise, all technical pros mentioned are present on the base PS5, and all the GTA 6 gameplay we've seen so far has been captured on the base PS5 too. It's a strange omission. We can only assume GTA 6 will be enhanced on the PS5 Pro, but we contacted Sony for clarification. They took down some promos. I'm curious to see, is GTA 6 supposed to run on the Xbox Series X? If that shit run on the Xbox Series X, that shit gonna be very. That shit gonna be hella blurry, bro. What gameplay? The in-game footage, I guess. Translation your base PS5 is enough. Pretty much. I thought this meme was fucking funny. When you ask Rockstar fans why GTA 6 costs $80 and it comes with a code instead of a disc. We need to multi-billion-dollar company alone. That ain't dumb. That's what some of y'all niggas sound like. I love my billion-dollar corporation. I love Elon. I love Jeff Bezos.
Good ball motion by the Nuggets.
Fine, bro. CEO, match like a guy. the fact that they have to make it into an Xbox Series, does that affect the production of the game? Absolutely, because that's the lowest common denominator. You gotta make sure the game is that's spot on. Just yesterday, they said, oh no, gaming is becoming inaccessible. It's only for the rich. The Steam machine is too expensive. Today, Rockstar said $100 for content locked behind a paywall that should be on the disc in the first place. Oh yeah, you don't get a disc. Hey, bro! Watch it. Don't see that about my favorite corporation. Fucking shit, bro. Right? Isn't that shit funny?
Just fired to shoot.
So, yeah, that's my take on Grand Theft Auto 6. If you just come into the experience, that's the run, you got it. If you're just coming through to the stream, I'll summarize up how I feel with the mission command. My take is, I knew this shit was gonna happen. I told y'all niggas, they are locking this outfit behind the $100 edition. They admitted it in fucking press release. If you don't like what you see, I'm not gonna say you're gonna laugh out there. I'm gonna be honest, I'm old.
At the hustle stands for the Nuggets.
But I will say, don't like what you see, then don't support. And if you're still interested, just get the $80.
With a lot of steals.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get the $80. I'm not buying that for And I pray, I will say this much, people don't do it for I pray Jesus, Allah, Bruce Kratos, and everybody else in between.
It's more than just the number.
That the highest selling version of this game is not the $100.
Show up.
I pray it's the $80.
Chandler's checked in for the Nuggets.
Because if the best selling version of this game is the $100 edition,
And so he makes both from the line.
rising tide raise all shit. Say all this before I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. Yeah, come out. I've been preaching this dude.
Thompson, a screen on
I'll say all this.
And there's
10 years from now, 5, 10, 16, 20 years from now, sitting on the screen, because I will still be here.
Now here's Carey. Bargnani sets the screen for
5, 10, 15, 20 years from now.
does not go.
Look,
When every game is $100 or $150.
he just missed it.
I'm be like, what y'all want me to do? You remember back in 2026?
The long
Listen,
shot.
you remember back in 2026?
Carroll with the ball.
Y'all said it wasn't that big of a deal.
Trailing by 4.
Grand Theft Auto 6 was going to scare cancer. Grand Theft Auto 6 was going to get me my first piece of pussy. Grand Theft Auto 6 was going to make my first car to be off the bus. Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to make me a pilot. Grand Theft Auto 6 this, Grand Theft Auto 6
Ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all
So you get all your hopes and dreams in that one goddamn product. And it turned out to be an 8 out of 10.
Into the lane.
sometimes you have to go through the defenders. That's what he tried to do there.
Yeah, I told you that. Listen, you don't like what you see. All what you don't like. Oh, shit. Yeah, you get what you deserve. Because I'm going to tell y'all right now. This is all there is. I'm going to tell you right now. Them niggas that, yeah, click this shit. Them niggas that Ubisoft, no, not Ubisoft, them niggas soft. Them niggas that Activision, like in Call of Duty, the 2K team, which is Undertake 2 Interactive, them niggas at Madden, them niggas at FIFA, all the worst live service, them niggas at Fortnite, the worst live service game you can fucking think of. Them gotcha games, them niggas at Genshin Impact, they watching this shit with the mouth. They got their notepad out, they can't do it.
You can tell he really wanted those to
They don't mind that. And if somebody in the boardroom is going to say one day, what the
1:15 left to play.
charge $100 for an Genshin Impact character?
And guys, that's exactly the kind of
There's
high
only a
impact
guarantee of
defense they
one
want to
break.
see out of him.
Bunch of fun. But you
And you want him taking big shots in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come
And
on
look,
now.
I got gray in my beard right now. At this point in time, my beard going to be completely gray.
Sometimes you can be too
If I'm lucky enough, I'll be married and I'll have a chance to have sex and maybe have kids. If I get lucky. So I have the rugrats running around and shit. Boy, man, get $50.
4 on the clock.
It's going to be $12.
Jumper is off.
Not sure what
I don't still agree. I don't still agree. It's like that if you watch on YouTube. So that's my tangent. That's my tangent on Grand Theft Auto 6. You want that information. I do my best to settle this thing.
Missed on the 3. And they commit an intentional foul. Another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
You have to decide.
That's right. No other option but to foul.
I understand it's hard. And also
Yeah, they have
understand
to
it's
extend the
easy
game.
to
I mean,
go
plain and simple. Use every
Well,
second
I
you
like that,
can
right?
on the clock here.
And they go to the intentional foul.
This actually was the best use, man. There's so many other fucking games. Anyways, did the sub count disappear? Oh, no. Oh, yeah, good. That should be good.
He doesn't get the first, and
$50
that
they got back for a month.
lead
They
the
did
Broncos.
it.
Got one more, though.
Let's go with something more positive in terms of corporate greed. This is actually a perfect segue. Remember a couple of years ago? Not a couple of years. Remember a couple of weeks ago, I covered that there's a certain investor group that is invested inside of home software. They own like 15% of home software. And the CEO of that conglomerate, that investment company, was demanding that Elden Ring monetize the game more. And I said, that's fucking crazy because Elden Ring generated 30 million copies in sales. It generated over $2 billion. This fucking single player game generated over $2 billion. Do you understand how rare of air that is to get into that 30 million copy type of echelon? The only thing that's going to do that right now is Grand Theft Auto 6. That is a rare air to be. Yo, shout out to Dre Beats with the nice words in the super chat. Well, apparently, this owner inside of From Software, these investors were not happy with the investor story. They said they want their microtransactions, and they called Elden Ring a failure after generating $2 billion. Now I have an update. I was CEO was being pushed out over calling Elden Ring a failure.
Here's Wall. Thompson
A
outside.
new report reveals that shareholders want for Cowboys Group CEO to sign up a failure to capitalize on Elden profits. Elden Ring is one of the popular Souls-like games available both in many sales across various platforms. The devil often turned out spin-off titles in recent time that still completely established the franchise. Despite its remarkable success, the game has not translated into significant profits for the company leading to accusations against the CEO.
And you can wrap this
Apparently,
one
$2
up.
billion
Great
is not
job to stay
significant
cool with the
profit.
line and finish it
Before going
off.
any further,
Time
consider
called here. The Nuggets
a
decide to
recent
talk
report by
it
Google
over.
reveals that the Throttle Group, the parent company that Elden Ring from software, is currently facing pressure from the shareholders who are calling for the resignation of the CEO.
Maybe for the future.
While not suitable to management position for now, a conflict is anticipated at the annual general meeting and scheduled for the
An
21st.
amazing accomplishment, no doubt about it. I mean, you can tell from the moment these playoffs began, they were committed and determined to make a deep run. They had great confidence in themselves, and they believe they'll be the one.
Cowboys' return on equity decreased significantly, falling from 9.4% in 2022 to only 0.5% last year. Additionally, Oasis has claimed that there has been material profit leakage due to Kadoa managing publishing in Japan, while Bandai handles overseas publishing. This is how greedy these niggas are, right? Like I said, this game has sold over 30 million copies as far as we know. There were sales today, there were sales yesterday. We don't know the actual up-to-date number. It's 30 million is the general number. So in 2022, they made a 10% profit almost. Here we are in 2026, and they only made a 0.5 profit. They're still turning a profit, mind you, 4 years later. These niggas are upset that they're not turning a 10% profit every year. The reason why, dumbass, is because the game is fucking old. There's no way to sustain that with a single-player game. They wanted it to be a live service game so they could turn that 10% profit every year. And it's just not possible, bro. It's not possible. Oasis is not the only stakeholder seeking the removal of the Catalyst CEO due to Elden Ring's failure. A proxy report from Institutional Shareholder Services indicated while it may take time to find a replacement for Nintendo, which is challenging with acceptance. Additionally, another proxy advisor for Activision suggests that shareholders should back Oasis. They want to make all the money. They want to milk you for everything you got. They want to milk your wallet to the lowest fucking
looking around.
And my question to everybody is, if this is happening to Elden Ring, right? This is some food for thought. Grand Theft Auto. If this is happening to Holden,
And he uses the glass
you
on
think
the
this can happen to Grand Theft Auto 6?
And the Kings lead by 14.
A reliable option he's been
I got a prediction for you.
their safety valve for sure.
Do you remember how earlier I was talking about how the $100 edition of Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming with a free month of GTA Plus?
He's got his 7th assist of the game with that
The
last
reason they're doing that is because I guarantee you're going to have to enter your credit card information, and they let you look so you forget about it. Then, what I predict is going to happen is they're going to see an influx of users on GTA Plus from the online.
5 on the clock.
And it's so close.
On Bryant.
It may not be tomorrow.
From Ginobili.
It may not be next year. It might be 2028. At some point, Rockstar is going to come out and they're going to say,
7 of 17.
due to changes in the market, something, corporate, we've decided we need to raise the price for GTA Plus because the F1 market is just changing and becoming more expensive. So we're going to have to pass the cost on to you. Mind you, we're not going to add anything to GTA Plus. Don't worry, guys. The price is going up, and you're still going to get your 5-star cards a month. Now over $10 a month is $20 because that's how it always starts. It's already something going on through this. This is a play to get everybody hooked on that shit, and then raise the price and make people more about it. Make sure it's worth it. If the market is fucking right, and then everybody's gonna be on Twitter. They're gonna be in my chat. Could you have seen this photo? I couldn't have saw it. I told you that you chose to be emotional about the situation.
And the Kings check
You chose
on
to
two more.
tie your ego to the fucking game.
His confidence
Shit don't make no goddamn
be
shit.
higher, and coach knows it.
They fucking $5. It came out a year ago, now it's slowly going up to $8. With a changing market, you have to add $1 $4 to make it.
And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got assist number 8 here.
A little positive news.
Timeout, Kings.
The RDC stream question on Elden Ring was relatable and I never played it. I don't know what Star Fox. Star Fox reviews have come out. I'm seeing some 10s, some 9s, the remake for the Switch 2. 8.5, the lowest being a 7, but overall the general consensus is it is a really good game. And this should surprise nobody. Because it's a remake of a classic N64 game. So of course it's gonna get fucking great reviews. I'm actually surprised it's scored this high, because I like the voice acting. Whenever I do get a Switch 2, I'll probably pick it up, but like, I don't even get it. But I mean, if you do have a Switch 2 and you're in the market for a new game, it's getting good reviews if you've never played Star Fox 64. Classic video game. In my humble opinion, when people bring up Star Fox and how much they love it, they're talking about this game. The other game is Star Fox.
At utilizing those long arms of his to turn away shots.
I did a classic at the high school, right? Like, wow, classic, the fucking classic, 3 years out. Good enough to buy a Switch 2? For me, no, because I've beaten this game at this point. But I would pick it up when I finally find it. That was a booty scratcher with 5 with the stuff, I appreciate it.
Outside Curry.
And shout out to the 1,100 people still in the YouTube chat sticking with me. I appreciate y'all, even after the GTA 6 shit. Y'all still in here. Hit the like button if y'all fucking with the stream. Stick around, it's really cool. 6 months of jail or jail until mom beats Elden Ring. Oh, that was the question. Did you take 6 months of jail and just finish it out? Or jail until your mom beats Elden Ring?
Rebounded by Brown. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Knocked down.
My mom plays games, but not like that. Wait, it depends. It depends. Wait, it depends. Let me rephrase my answer. My mom does play games. Play Genshin Impact. Play some other stuff.
Well, they count on big
Am I allowed to call my mom on the phone and give her advice? Am I allowed to coach her? Am I allowed to use the phone to coach her? No? All right, no, I'll take the 6 months.
Offended by Gasol. And there's the
I'll take the 6
second
months.
violation.
If I can't coach her, I'll take the 6 months, bro. 6 months is not that bad, bro. I'm just not going to drop the soap.
Chicago's got 8 shots off from.
But if I can coach her, I'm confident we can get through the game in 3 months.
Outside Durant.
Oh, shit. Back to the behind bars is crazy. That's my one call a year. I don't want to call the dad. I tell my father, oh, the deep fucking got me. Power man.
Well, it's been a three-point barrage they came out gunning and have not stopped.
Let me see. I'm gonna actually trade that shit.
Simmons against Durant. Can't get
Oh,
it
yeah,
to
trade
go.
that.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open.
You something crazy did. Yeah, but you gotta hang out do
The
something.
corner three.
I remember
From Durant.
we have a game announced for the end of 2026. Fans are now first and very first event will soon be able to experience it in a new way and in tabletop. Feature Manic Games announced Wednesday that it's partnering with the Halo Studios and Halo Campaign Evolved, the board game. A new experience inspired by the infamous video game remake, Halo Campaign Evolved. Announced in October 2025, Campaign Evolved. The ground-up remake of the original 2000 campaign is started off with these legends entirely in the Unreal 5 with enhanced mechanics and expanded content.
I
Like
don't
the
think you
game,
want
the
to get
board game is being
loose,
sold
sloppy, or
on
ease up, but
two-player co-op
it is
experience.
time
The board game is currently scheduled for Q4 of 2026. You said that. Y'all didn't want to play the fucking Halo board game?
And there's the call on
I
Curry.
know you saw me, you bitch
And
ass
so
niggas
he's
need to
picked
play
up
some
his
board
final
games.
foul.
It requires, you gotta socialize and you
early
gotta
into
critical
his
thinking
night.
skills. Some guys
You
need
know
to play
what?
some
I don't
fucking
know
board
if they can
games.
come back no matter who's
Doing
on the
that shit,
court.
clearly.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that
Holy
position.
shit.
They'd love to have him out there, but they suffer much
Bungie
of a
developers
drop-off.
repeatedly pitched a Destiny dating sim, but leadership rejected it. Bungie developers were apparently very passionate about a Destiny dating simulator, but leadership had no interest. Former Bungie community member Liana Rupert dropped this piece of trivia on players after seeing a fan express an interest in a Destiny dating sim.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Time called here. The Bulls
You can
decide to
meet
talk
people
it
through your
over.
family, your friends,
They're
doing
trailing by
activities.
6.
They got
Trying to get
apps
Dorian
now.
lists. What factors,
One
guys,
fact,
come
the
to your
team actually
mind?
made one. The
There's
leadership
still a
gave a very
sliver
hard
of
team
hope.
and
Yeah, but
felt
they
that
got
nobody
to
wanted to
score
run
and
into
then foul
City.
immediately.
Very Dream Daddy inspired. It was fun. Oh, that's what they mean. No, so it's supposed to be a game. I'm thinking that this is like a way to do it. It was fun getting to be a small part of it. Former Bungie senior narrative designer Robert Brooks chimed in revealing that the concept came out at an event where the studio was allowed to prototype fun-side projects for a week. However, a small group of devs continuously tried to scale it into full-blown project.
Here's
No
Chicago.
wonder this company's on the verge of
They're on
going
an
fucking
11-3 run. Shoots the three.
Not only is Destiny a fucking Sloposaurus Rex right now, and so is Marathon.
Got the
They were spending assets and resources on developing a dating sim for Destiny that nobody fucking asked for, because I can't stress enough. They said that they had a full concept for it. That means they set developers aside and allowed them on the clock to make some bullshit up that nobody was asking for. That costs money, guys. Thank God this game didn't come out. What the hell? You thought this was like Tinder? Yeah, I don't know why my brain went to I thought it was like Tinder or Bumble for like Destiny players. Niggas can pose as they fucking Destiny avatar trying to find love. That's what I was thinking, but no, it's like a Dream Daddy type of game. Where you get to date people and I guess fuck your favorite Bungie character or something. I don't know. That nigga's weird. Oh, I really want to fuck that moon in the middle of the sky, big white moon. That's my destiny. EA executive says AI has resulted in a rise in creativity. AI use increases creativity, so believes EA senior executive Laura Mel, who said as much during a recent panel appearance at Game Business Live earlier this month. Speaking during the second annual event, Mel was asked if AI tools would lead to shorter development cycles for games. EA's president of enterprise development said it might in some areas, but overall she believes that what she's seen from it, and she believes in what she's seen from it, and is pretty excited about it. AI removes friction and increases creativity. Mel says that she wants to help developers at EA Studios remove friction from their work and be a hero to them and help them create career-defining experiences. That means using AI, which the company has been pushing more and more of its staff over the last year or so. I think that AI, what I've seen, how AI has been able to remove friction from our pipeline,
Brown's got 4 assists now tonight.
Exciting, she
And
said.
so Bryant
Mel
will
added that
bring
it's
it up for the
removed key
Bulls.
from developers' jobs,
Pass
leading
to
to faster
Bergeron.
prototyping and faster conversations
And
about
here's
creativity.
Durant.
I think there's a real rise in
Offline with this
creativity that comes from removing some of the
No doubt
tedious
he's
tasks about
struggling right
development.
now
I'm
from
glad I
the
read this
field.
article
Let's
because I
see
feel like this
if he
headline
can get it
is
going this quarter. Here's Brown.
You guys saying in the podcast, I'm kind of agree with it. I'm not 100% anti-AI. If AI is used to streamline some of the more tedious complex things, people in high developers can focus on other things, like punching the zeros and the ones, like I'm okay with it. I just don't like when they generate like parts and make cool shit. But what she's saying is they're using it to streamline, like debug, basically, that type of stuff. That's what
Takes it off the glass. Durant's got 17 points here in the second half.
My only problem with this statement is it sounds good on paper, but the reality is I ain't seen nothing creative in about a year.
Much better half since they changed too.
The fuck is you talking about?
Now
The
here's
fuck is you
Booker.
talking what? Can anybody name any creative game outside of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order?
Smooth sailing for
I mean,
Chicago.
because it ain't that canceled Black Panther game.
Outside
Anthem was
Bryant.
not creative. That was the
Durant with a wide
Destiny
open
point.
look. Sinks the triple.
Damn.
KD's got 13 points in just this quarter.
1942. That's not a
I
year.
have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at
I
halftime.
would hold
Certainly,
feelings
I mean,
to
they
the fire, but I know
spoke
these bad niggas
good
don't got no fucking backbone.
took advantage of
He's speaking of this
Well,
game.
with his solid midi game,
Especially because it's the
expect
world.
him to
Bro,
knock
bro,
that
bro,
one
shit,
down.
bro, FC, bro.
Out to Kobe.
This fucking World Cup, bro, Messi. The
Back to
ball,
Curry.
they go again, bro, I go to shit. I need respect. If I was a FIFA or a Madden fan, I would say, hey, didn't you guys say that you're now focused more on creativity and AI streamline the code aspect of games? Why did I get the same fire pack as last year?
They're shooting
Why
at
did I get the same game
all in
mode?
all for the game.
And
Something
wow,
like
that's
that,
the
just
end
bang
of an
shit.
epic journey taken by
Yeah,
both
where's
these teams
Iron
in
Man at?
unbelievable fashion. Get the NBA title rings ready, folks.
Fuck skate.
This was a
Hey,
team
fuck college
performing
football.
to its fullest
Lord
capability.
to follow through the way to avoid
Hugely
GTA 6 and get more enhancements,
a
not
game
playing
that
UFC 6
not
and
many
all.
will soon
Nah,
forget. And
I know I
on
can
the other
probably get a
side,
free throw, but
one
like,
that
I
I
don't
think
know,
most
probably.
will
I don't
try
know,
to forget.
every
They
time I see
got the
gameplay,
job
that shit
done in
looks
a big
terrible.
way here in Game 6.
Have you
And I
seen the
think they're starting to
knockouts
carve
in
their
UFC
names
6?
into the Larry
Some of the
O'Brien trophy.
animations, like
Yeah,
people
they
fade,
should.
people
I mean,
back,
they've
people
got this
bodies
title
and just
wrapped up.
mold their
So
body and do
impressive
that and
what
shit.
they
That
were
shit
able
looks
to do
awful.
here tonight.
I
The
don't feel like
last thing they wanted was to have this series
yeah, it looks
go
ass.
all
It
the
looks
way
really
to
good,
7 games.
$7.
They had the opportunity to clinch
So
the
I don't know if I want to
championship
take
right
a
here,
because they're
right
not
now,
going to
and they did not let it slip away.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what
Welcome
was
to Fall
a
to the
quality
way to the board
back-to-back
GTA 6
game
if you
for
want
Kobe
to
Bryant.
Fall to
You
if you want
look
to
at
make
the
it out.
energy he
Look
brought
for
on
Fall
both
to
ends
not
of
going
it,
to make
and
it
it's
out.
easy
I'm
to
excited
see
to see
why
that game.
he was
The
a
game
difference
shifting
maker.
from 2026 to 2027.
At the elbow, it's
We got
Simmons.
game CEO Matter Taminsky
Booker
said
outside,
feedback and tests
trying
show
to
that
end
there are
the drought,
meaningful
and
opportunities
Matthews
available to
with the
further
lay-in.
refine strength of the
Took that
overall
orange
experience.
right to the rack, and they
The
just
advancements
let
will
him go
benefit from
by.
additional integration, iteration, and polish time,
Oh, and it's
enabling the
over
team
the
to deliver the
Chicago
highest possible
Bulls are
quality
the
and
new
margin.
NBA
The line in
champions.
2026 also gives Jordan the falling to a better chance to shine outside of what he
Oh, to
described
be
as
crowned a
holiday
champion
season.
on the
There's no
road
doubt
is
that the
something
reference to
else.
NBA
To
6 was
win
essentially
and to do it with a
I
crowd
actually disagree.
that was
They're
so
assuming
emotional and
this
so into this
GTA 6.
game, you've beaten the
There's a
team
million
and
other
you've
games coming out
conquered
besides
everything
GTA
that
6.
this
And to be
great
fair,
arena holds.
if you're
Yeah,
looking at
it's a
game like Lord of the
bittersweet
Fallen
moment
2,
for
like
the
if
home
you're a
crowd.
Souls player, a
But our
Souls-like
full
fan,
credit to the victors and the
you're gonna buy a
amazing
Souls
job
game
they
regardless
did
of GTA 6.
to never lose focus
Shell,
or drive.
Shell
And
2
boy,
ain't
this
ducking
is
that
the
smoke.
moment they've been working towards all season long. And even though they
I
don't
just think the
get
game
to
ain't where it needs
celebrate
to
in
be, and they
front
just
of their
trying to
home
hide behind
fans,
the fact there's so much
does not
competition.
take away
The game just
from
ain't
the
where it needs to be.
satisfaction.
That's all. Yeah, I would
And
be
we've
on board with
enjoyed
Shell. Shout out
bringing
to
you
XP for
every minute of
itself.
the
It's
action here
shit.
on 2K Sports.
It's
Thanks for
definitely
watching.
ducking more. Yeah, I
We'll
think
see
they
you next
ducking more than
season.
Shell too. That's the thing. People saw the feedback on that beta. They said, "Ooh, I don't know." I don't know, especially because, and then also the CEO of the fucking league too. He's constantly on Twitter running his mouth. Like, shut the fuck up and put the game out. That's one of the reasons why I keep getting delayed. He keeps talking about anti-woke shit. Anti-woke, you got to wake up and not play your game, bitch ass nigga. As motherfuckers completely different genre, scared of GTA 6 makes no sense. Yeah, like GTA 6 is coming out. I'm still going to buy Mortal Shell 2. That beta was fucking fire. Wait, are you serious? Oh yeah. That the CEO of Lord of the Fallen 2 studio is a fucking jackass. They run his mouth like shit. It's like stupid shit, bro. So one of the things he was talking about a few months back was about how his game isn't woke. It's gonna have like sex characters in it and shit like that. Nigga, nobody's playing a Souls game for fucking sexy characters. What the fuck are you talking about? We're gonna have big titty demons, so our game isn't woke. Alright, bitch ass nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? You said, oh, word. I'm being so for real. That's why I kind of been like side eyeing the game. Like I don't really fuck with the CEO and like it's too many other games.